Okay, this is the Chopsaw. So in order to use this safely, you're going to measure a line. For 8th grade, you have to be at least 2 inches away from the blade. 7th grade, you have to be at least 4 inches away. So a general rule of thumb is if you can put your fist on the piece of wood and you cover up the line, then you're too close to the blade for 7th grade. 8th graders are supposed to be a little more mature and stronger, so you can get a little bit closer, plus your projects are a little bit smaller. So once you have your line on your piece of wood, then you're going to go ahead, you're going to put it in the saw. Okay, I never want to see your thumb sticking out to hold the piece of wood. It should always be next to your forefinger. You can also be underneath to hold the piece of wood, like so. Okay, it's in line with your forefinger. It could be underneath. You can have it like this. So in other words, it's tucked in. Okay, so you're gonna I use my hands as a clamp. So I put my thumb in front. I'm gonna drop the saw down with it off and see where I am on my line. Okay, if I wanted to keep this piece over here, I would have been on the wrong side of the line. I'm gonna lose 1/8 of an inch. So I need to be on the left side or the scrap side of my piece of wood. And there I am. I'm lined up. Okay? For this machine, you have to have this little black button pushed in order to use the machine. Otherwise, it won't start up. Okay? So if I depress that button, it'll start up. Okay? For this machine, you're always going to push through the wood to be safe. Or if it's small enough in width, I can just go straight down. So on this one, I'm just going to go straight down. So I start the machine up, and then it's going to go straight through at a nice even pace. Off, and the blade should be stopped before I come back up. Okay? Then I can clear my piece of wood. All right. If I need to slide the saw, if I have a wider piece of wood, let's say I want it to be right there. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to line it up. I'm going to pull it back, I'm going to start it up, I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to push through the wood. Making sure that I hear that thud at the end. That means I'm all the way through the cut. You should have heard that dull thud at the end of the cut. Now I know that I made my cut, and now I can clear that away. Okay? You always have to hang on to the piece of wood. You cannot just cut this like this. I can't just slide it in here and make a cut, because it's going to grab the piece of wood and it's going to throw it out. Okay? If I am using my left hand, same concept. I come through, start it up, make my cut, pushing back through. Or I just cut straight down. Okay? Making sure that my thumb and forefinger are in line. That is the chop saw.